Hey everyone, this is Gary Kay, and welcome to another pre-ISE edition of my Rants and Raves video cast. Today we're actually going to show you a product demo from Datavideo. I'm joined with Craig Moffett, who's the managing director of Datavideo. Craig, how are you?
Thanks for having me, Gary.
You are going to, well, obviously you go to InfoComm every year and have a lot of different kinds of products, but this year you're going to introduce something quite unique called iCast Mini. Talk about sort of the positioning of that product and what it does.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. The iCast Mini really is designed to be a presenter product. It's a two-input switcher for somebody in a classroom or boardroom, conference room that wants to take control of their meeting. And they spend a lot of time working on that meeting, so they want to be able to have a tool that allows them to control what your online audience is going to see. And I think that the iCast Mini does a very good job. We actually have a family of iCast products. This is the newest one that we're going to introduce at InfoComm 2023.
Let me show that back up again really quickly. I want to get an idea of, well, there's your inputs and outputs. Let's go back. There you go. How big is that? I mean, we're seeing a screenshot of it right now. But
if you can still see me, I got one on my desk.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of hold it up. It's
perfect.
like this big. So you can pick it up. It's a 7-inch screen right here. And then the IO's in the back.
Let's take a look at the IOs really quickly, because that's critical. So you obviously have the ability to switch cameras, or even have a laptop and a camera connected, so that you could have a meeting platform inside. You could push your content to a meeting platform. It looks like you have USB-C and HDMI as well, which is nice.
Correct. Yeah. So you wanted to go straight to a Zoom call or something like that. Go right into your computer in the room. You can bring your own laptop with your PowerPoint, plug that right in directly into the unit. And the main thing is the control of the camera is at your fingertips here.
I want to mention also that this has a microphone input too. I noticed that it has one of the dual nitric connectors, which handles both phono input and XLR input.
Correct.
Which means you could also
line in
for 3.5 millimeter. Also has a program audio output as well, which I think is really cool. So this is kind of like a room switcher, but also a real-time controller.
Yeah, and I'm sure I would use it to control the room so much. I think it's mainly for your online audience, to composite things for your online audience to see, to zoom in on things. Now, we also manufacture tracking cameras. And so we've integrated our tracking cameras to work with this product, so you can turn on and off the tracker. That's one of the problems with tracking cameras. They're really nice to have, but if you can't really turn it on and off, you can't control the aspect of what it looks like. Sometimes they're not that useful.
Yeah.
So in this case, you can there's presets, and there's if you want to go back to the slide where you can see the interface.
Yeah, the first slide.
The first slide, yeah. And I can just kind of point some things out, and then so you can see there's like 4 little boxes there.
Yeah.
And those are presets. Those are thumbnails, so you can set those up in advance. So if there's someone else in the room that's going to be taking over the presentation, you can just push a button. It goes directly to them. You can, something on the whiteboard that you want to really highlight, you can select that, or you can switch. There's a button on the bottom right corner that's blue. You push that button and it turns on the tracking camera, and then you can select. I think I have a demo video, and it might be a better way to.
Yeah, I want to show before showing the demo video. Let's show a connection diagram of how this would sort of connect all the inputs together in a room. That's it's
got PoE, by the way, so you can use a switch to connect your camera and power everything with a switch. But you don't need a switch. You can actually go directly to the camera, and it'll automatically connect if you use one of our cameras.
That's really cool. I didn't realize it was PoE as well. Yeah, let's take a look at the demo that you recorded. It kind of shows you the workflow and how it operates.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Craig with Datavideo. Today I'd like to show you a brand new product from Datavideo that we're going to introduce at the InfoComm Show 2023. It's called the iCast Mini. I have one right here. This is a 2-input 4K switcher designed for a presenter, someone that's going to do a presentation. And what I'd like to do is actually give you a quick demo of the iCast Mini. And it's really designed for being in a boardroom, a classroom, a conference room, anybody that needs to do a Teams or a Zoom call, and also has an online or in-house audience as well. So what I have is I have two inputs. I normally would connect my laptop, but in this case I have a camera pointing straight down, so I'm going to show you that angle right now so you can see the interface. So it's a real basic interface, which is that's exactly what you want. And I can switch over to the full-size camera and the camera below, and I can do a picture-in-picture so you can see both things going on at the same time. First thing I want to do is that this camera that we have here is a Datavideo camera, which is a tracking camera. It's the PTC 285, and I'm going to turn that on, and I'm going to select up close, so you have different options of how close you want to crop in when you're being tracked. I'm going to go to the whiteboard. I want to have a nice close shot. So let's go to full screen on that. And I'm going to walk over. And let's say I want to show something over here on this chart, element chart. I have no idea about chemistry in this case, but this is basically the element chart. And I can come over here and show something else. And I'll walk back over to my podium here. And maybe I want to make a point. What I'm going to do is go back to picture-in-picture. And I'm going to take off tracking, and I want to go to a preset here. I have a preset that goes right to the chart, so I can now I can actually have a close-up of what's going on that chart. So if I want to, let's go back picture, and let's select some other preset. Let's say I want to lecture here at the podium, so I have a close-up of me, and go full screen on that. So I'm back here to the shot. If I have somebody in the audience, let's go back to the picture-in-picture. I have Dean Martin over there that has a question. Maybe he wants to, it could be a student, or it could be somebody that's going to be part of your presentation, a preset that you can cut over to him. That's basically it. And then control your audio levels and everything right here without having to go anywhere else on the screen. It's very intuitive to use. So let's switch back over to me again. And you can see, there you go, how quick that is. And there you have it. The iCast Mini will be shipping at InfoComm 2023, and we're excited to show it to you. We're going to be at booth 1761. Thank you.
That's going to be a hot product. I can see this product used in a lot of different applications, especially classrooms or meetings where you have a lot of people in attendance, but also a lot of people online. It's sort of like a hybrid controller of that kind of a meeting. But obviously, I could see the applications in higher education right off the bat. This is going to be very popular in higher education.
Oh, I hope so. I'm glad you think so. We're going to introduce it at InfoComm this year. We've already have the iCast 10 on the market. It's a 4-input version, similar idea. It's an NDI switcher. So if you need a bigger application, bigger room, we have that as well. But this one is really designed for somebody that has very little experience. I read one of your articles on your website. Phil Bridges, I think, wrote it, and it talked about how important video is in hybrid settings in conference rooms now. But the problem is that if you bring in too much technology, no one's going to use it. Yeah. So it's got to be very simple, easy to use. You want to be able to control what's going on in the room. So I think that fits that market quite well.
What do you set a price on it yet?
Yeah, $16.99. So wow. The camera, if you go to the next slide on there, I kind of show it in how it's set up in a room, and the pricing of the camera and the unit is going to be selected there. So right there, yeah. And so I think under $4,000 you can get a tracking camera. This is all 4K, by the way. I don't necessarily have to use it in 4K. Yeah. But you can future-proof your solution there and have everything ready to go in 4K for under $4,000. Yeah, that's really nice. That's like I said, that's going to be very popular in higher education. I think you made a nice little small system all in one with this product. You can see it now actually at datavideo.com, datavideo.com. You can see the whole iCast product line there as well. And of course, you'll be at InfoComm. Make sure you stop by the Datavideo booth at InfoComm. Craig, I really appreciate you doing this demo for me. One other thing to mention to it is you can do picture-in-a-picture with it as well. Yeah, I was demonstrating that the whole way through. Normally, of course, you'd use a laptop, but I had that second camera shot. I wanted to show that interface. So yeah, so basically what they were seeing was the picture-in-a-picture being used. Was a picture-in-picture, exactly. Obviously wouldn't normally use it that way, so I thought I would mention it for
PIP. I mean, that's neat. That's a neat application too, because with the different UC platforms, you're limited on inputs, and this adds another input for you that's on all the time. Well, thank you very much for showing this. I really appreciate it. Thanks for debuting it on my Rants and Raves pre-InfoComm podcast. Obviously, go to Datavideo.com. Make sure you stop by their booth at InfoComm. And, we got a lot more to cover with regard to InfoComm. All of our InfoComm coverage is at ravepubs.com/InfoComm. Thanks for joining us, Craig. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves.